So once again, we are reviewing the Walking Dead TV series, and I'm reviewing all the way up to the season 6 finale this Sunday, which, if they stick to the comics, should be an awesome episode, which I will review, and the whole season itself. So if you guys enjoy this review, and let's get started with a great 16-episode season. The Walking Dead Season 3. So we have finally reached the season that really, like, after Season 2 happened, Season 3 was anticipated. Everyone was looking for the show. The show was starting to hit some high levels in television. Season 2 was so great to people in the finale, the Michonne stuff, the prison. This is all going to happen in Season 3, and we're going to finally learn about the governor. This is the season everyone was looking forward to. It came out in 2012, I'm pretty sure. Everyone was looking forward to this season. So Season 3 is also one of my favorite seasons out of the whole series. Season 3 is great. So let's get started. So it's going to be a long review. Got to go through each episode, what I liked, what happened, support, and all kind of stuff. So episode 1 is called C, where they get introduced to the prison, whatever. It's an awesome episode. They go in like prison style like this, like when they're stabbing, they're clearing out the prison, whatever. It's an awesome episode. We get to see Andrea and Michonne. Michonne's an awesome character, especially right now on the show and the future date. But we get to see all the prison stuff, we get to meet the prison, we get to enter the prison, and we get Hershel losing his legs and meeting the prisoners. Episode 2 is an awesome episode. We get to see Hershel dealing with all the medicine stuff, and Rick's going to lead these prisoners into another side of the prison so they can live there, and then everyone else can live in another prison. That doesn't go well, because while they're entering into the other side of the prison, one prisoner dies, the other prisoner dies, the other prisoner dies. And this is when the show started to kill off more of the side characters than actual major characters. Season 1 and 2 did it perfectly. They killed off major characters. Season 3 is when they started to kill off side characters, which is a huge problem in the future show right now. So yeah, episode 2, whatever, at the very end, we get to see Lori and Rick talk to each other, but he killed like half the prisoners, there's only 2 prisoners left. And they still make them live by themselves in that little tiny prison. But then they get to live on the big side of the prison, cell block A. They get to live on the big side of the prison while they get to live on the little side. But yeah. But yeah, episode 3. This is pretty much, in my opinion, a boring episode when I first saw it, but it's a great episode now because we can introduce the Governor, played by David Morrissey, who, in my opinion, I like the Governor TV show more than the actual Governor comic book. That, in my opinion, is the only time I actually will say that. The Governor's TV show is so much better. He's charming. He's all that kind of stuff. Episode 3 is the introduction of him and Woodbury. Not much happens. Andrea and Michonne come there. They don't trust him, whatever. And we just learn that he's a psychopath and they are not good people. Episode 4. Killer Within is a great episode. It's where Lori and T-Dog die. When I first saw this, it was a huge moment in the show. I couldn't believe what I just saw. It was amazing. I didn't see that coming when Lori would die in episode 4. It was crazy. Episode 5 is like when Rick goes insane and starts chopping up zombies. I love that. Episode 6 is where they start hunting down Michonne, and I love that when Michonne just leaves and Merle goes out. Oh yeah, Merle's in the show. I forgot to talk about him. Merle's back with one hand with a knife in the other one. And he's going after Michonne in episode 6, which is an awesome episode. We get to see Rick talk on the telephone, which is in the comics, and I really enjoyed that kind of stuff. Episode 7 is a really build-up episode to the mid-season finale. It's just pretty much them leaving, running to this cabin of this hobo guy. He gets killed, whatever. They're going to Woodbury, and when Glenn is captured, and Maggie, he's about to rape Maggie. Now, in the comics, it was Michonne got captured, and the Governor actually raped Michonne. And in the show, it's Glenn and Maggie, and Glenn's a badass in this episode. He breaks out of the chair, and he's like, ching, right in the zombie. It was an awesome scene. Episode 8, Made to Suffer, is a great episode where Governor loses his eye. They attack Woodbury, they lose another prisoner guy, but they get out, whatever. But the thing is, Daryl gets left behind, and he gets put into the arena, which is also in the comics, which I really enjoyed in the comics more, because it's more bloodier and gushier. And at this point in the show, the comics, this is when Rick lost his hand in the comics. I am so happy they didn't do that in the show. Now, they could still do that in the show. It could come back. But I don't think they will, because Robert Kirkman has said that he hated when he did that. So I don't personally think that Rick will ever lose his hand. If they do, it will be weird. It'll be gutsy too. But if you watch this future date, they have gotten a lot more money. So after episode 8, Governor loses his eye, Daryl's trapped in a thing, Tyrese is introduced back at the prison, which Tyrese is an awesome character in the comics. In the comics, he's a badass. In the show, we'll talk about that in future seasons. Don't worry. Season 4 may be cool, but Season 5, yeah, you know what I mean. If I'm doing this and I'm talking about Tyrese, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. But we'll get back in Season 5. But when we meet Tyrese, he's a badass. He's awesome. Episode 9, where Daryl gets rescued, whatever, and Merle, and they both leave because they can't trust Merle. So Daryl and Merle just leave the group, and I really like that about that. They leave for one episode. But episode 9 is literally just the aftermath episode. It literally is the aftermath. Rick and them, they come back, they learn about Tyrese. Rick's freaking out about Lori and everything. Episode 10, it's literally a slow episode, just talking to the very end, because the ending is awesome. The last person gets shot in the head, like it was they were just talking. Him and Carol just talking, all of a sudden, boom! I love that moment. I didn't expect that watching it. The governor tied. The last 10 minutes, episode 10, home, is great. They start, it's a big shootout. Rick's outside the gates. He's under a bridge getting shot at. He's having a freak out with Lori or whatever, and Herschel's in the field with like one leg. The zombies break in, whatever. The governor, he pretty much just did this to the prison, and he pretty much just screwed them and letting in zombies, shooting at them, all kinds of stuff. It's an intense action scene. I love the ending of episode 10 of season 3. Episode 11, Aunt Judas, is one of the worst episodes in my opinion. Literally, Andrea comes there, says hi, holds the baby, tells them, don't mess with the governor, we're sorry, and he told them, we're going to war. She leaves, has sex with the governor, and bam. Episode 11 is a filler episode. Episode 12, also filler, but an amazing acting episode. We get to go back to Morgan. We learn about him, what he's been doing this past 2 seasons. He's crazy. He's insane. He is trying to kill Rick. He's insane, but they turn out that he has a method, but you get to learn about him a little bit, and then he's gone. We leave, and we don't get to see him ever again. They get guns, whatever, and they leave. Episode 13, another really filler episode. It's just Rick and Governor talking. Only one important thing happened in that episode. The governor once was shown, and that's all we learned. Everything else is just filler. We get to learn about the governor's backstory, which is interesting. It's good acting from Rick and David Morrissey, but it's all filler. It's complete filler. Episode 14, is that Try? No, that's not Try. That's the season 5 or 4. What's episode 14 called? It's called, Prey. It's called Prey. That's where the governor hunts Andrea, and it's great. I love that. I really do love that. And how she almost gets to the prison, but the governor grabs her at the last second. I love that scene. Episode 15 is a badass episode. Merle against the governor. It's a great scene. Merle gets killed, of course. I love when Daryl shows up, and Merle, it's so dark, too. When Merle looks up, he's a zombie. He's munching on that kid, whatever. And Daryl cries, and he stabs Merle in the head, whatever. I love that episode because the whole episode you get to really meet Merle, you get to see his internal conflict, and you get to see him be a badass at the end when he's playing the music and he jumps out of the car and he's like, bah, bah, bah. I'm like, go Merle, that's awesome. But he does get killed by the governor who bites his fingers off and shoots him, and Daryl has to kill zombie Merle. And the finale, one of the biggest disappointments in my opinion, is pretty much the governor comes, attacks the prison, they break in, destroy a gate, whatever, and a couple towers. And then they instantly leave, and then the governor kills all of his men, which I love that scene, and then the governor just leaves. You don't see him, and that's one of the questions after season 3 ends. You're like, where did the governor go? And that's one of the most questions that were asked for season 4, where did the governor go? And so Rick and all them, they go to Woodbury, they find Tyrese, and they find Andrea, who is unfortunately bit and is going to die, and she has to shoot herself with Rick's pistol. Which, when I first saw that, I got really emotional. I wasn't crying like Dale or whatever, but I was like, oh, that didn't happen in the comics. Andrea is still alive in the comics today, and they killed her off in season 3 of the show. It was insane. I didn't expect that coming at all when I first saw that. But yeah, it ends with Andrea dying. The Woodbury people come back to prison. They live there, and season 3 ends with Rick finally resoluting of Lori is dead. He can move on and protect Carl. And Carl does kill a kid, which, if you look at him now, it doesn't really care. It doesn't really matter anymore. But season 3, in my opinion, is a great season. Michonne is a great introduction to the show. She's a great character with her samurai sword. Daryl gets even more fan service in the season. This is when he really was he was posters, Daryl. Season 3, I'm going to give an A to. again, my only issue is there are some episodes that are complete filler, like episode 13, 11. There's filler episodes. There's never, in my opinion, a perfect season of The Walking Dead. Or will there? We'll find out tomorrow with season 4. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys!